Good morning, everyone. My name is Marjan. I am a PhD student in the field of software systems and computing. I am pleased to share my research project on clinical text analysis in here. The goal of my thesis is to construct the patient's medical timeline from their electronic health records, where electronic health records are clinical documents that are generated digitally during the patient visits at hospital. The application of this achievement of the goal is in clinical document summarization, in patients' calculation of time survival, and also in supporting clinicians in their decisions. In general, to build a timeline, we need 4 concepts. The first thing is events that appear on the y-axis. The second thing is time expressions that appear on the x-axis. The third is the temporal relation between concepts or events and the time expressions in order to pinpoint them on the timeline, and the fourth concept is the order of events on the timeline. Therefore, to construct the patient's medical timeline, we need to extract these 4 information from their clinical documents. But we face 3 main challenges over here. The first thing is that clinical text is obviously written in the free text format, so giving meaning to every word written in the document is difficult. With the presence of abbreviation, metrics, and time expressions, this difficulty increases. The second challenge is finding the temporal relations from clinical text. Usually, clinical text is compact, and clinicians do not follow the standard grammar that is required in general linguistics for mentioning temporal relations. That's why it's difficult to find these relations from clinical text. And the third thing is information redundancy that arises because clinicians have interest to summarize patient past information in the newly generated electronic health records. This makes finding the temporal ordering of medical events more difficult. To solve this problem, we have an architecture that is made of 3 components. The first one is natural language processing, which is used to find medical events and time expressions from clinical text. The second thing is temporal reasoning system, which is used to find temporal relations from clinical text. And the third is post-processor that is used to order the events and basically construct the medical timeline. In order to see the accuracy of our architecture, 2 computer scientists have served as evaluation domain experts under the clinician supervision, and we have seen that for 50 patients which were having 25,000 documents, our architecture has accurately found the timeline for 44 patients. Thank you for allowing me to share my thesis over here.